Eagles. Number 34, Herschel Walker, standing at the goal line. A bit of a surprise there. Herschel's on the near side. And there is Vai Sekahima on the far side. Fifth meeting between these two squads. The Eagles lead it 3-1. Sekahima from the goal line. A flag on the play as Sekahima with an excellent return. Still on his feet. A foot race. And Sekahima run out of bounds at the 32 of Seattle by Patrick Hunter, but there's a flag way back at the 11.
James, this is going to be about a 60-yard penalty. It was the first guy down that somebody got him in the back, and it was an obvious penalty, and they're bringing it all the way back. But it's one of those things you just hate to see that penalty on the return. Kickoff.
And in fact, that goes against the Eagles. Pat Haggerty, our referee today. Sekahima looking for the 10th leading returner in the NFC.
We're going to see Saran Stracy be down there. Look how far down he is. He almost creates an opportunity to cause a penalty, and he is hit in the back. There's just no question about it. It's the right call. But this is one of the great kickoff return men in the NFL, Vai Sekahima, and boy, he is something. But he doesn't help him there.
So the Eagles will start off pinned back at their own 6, 1st and 10 on the ground. Herschel Walker. And Walker bullying his way ahead for a couple. We'll call it 2. Randall Cunningham looking like the Cunningham of old last week. 121 yards on the ground. And the offensive line intact this week.
And getting better each game. This group is playing to a high level right now.
Heath Sherman certainly has been a pleasant surprise on the ground.
Yes, and has contributed to them both running and pass receiving.
Eagles credited with a gain of 3, brings up a 2nd and 7. Williams in motion. On the ground again. And Heath Sherman tripped up a gain of only 1 on the play. And the Seattle defense trying to do the job, and the defense really has done the job. That man specifically, a candidate for AFC Defensive Player of the Year, and he is the anchor on that defensive line.
And it's a good defensive line that's got experience and a great player in Kennedy.
Not many big names in the linebacking core, but a pretty effective one. Rod Stevens, Rufus Porter, Joe Kane, and a secondary you like.
They play very well together. They're well coached, and they do an outstanding job.
3rd and 6. 4 wide receivers in for the Eagles. Cunningham likes this set because he can run from it. Throws it. The intended receiver was Sekahima. Incomplete. Rufus Porter doing the job of flushing Randall out of the pocket.
They did a good job that time, James, and not giving him a chance to run forward. You notice how he kind of had to go sideways, and they kept him running back. It looked like about 4 minutes back there, but he didn't get a chance to penetrate up the field, and that's what Seattle wants to do with him.
So one of the keys to limiting Randall's effectiveness is making him run sideways?
Make him go sideways. It's scary because he gets extra time to throw, but that's what they have to do.
Eagles. And this one is out of bounds at about the 47. A 36-yard punt. Stan Gelbaugh, 5th-year player out of Maryland, will be at the helm for the Seahawks. Ray Roberts, the rookie at left tackle, learning on the job this year.
And boy, he's got his hands full today with Simmons, so we're going to get a chance to see how he does.
Chris Warren, pretty much the man on the ground for the Seahawks offense.
2 good backs. Williams is an excellent receiver and blocker, and Warren is an emerging runner in this league.
And Brian Blades is in the starting lineup. Blades to the top of your screen on the right. Tommy Kane to the near side. Gelbaugh does not have a victory as an NFL starter. And this is Chris Warren. And Chris Warren running hard inside the 45. A gain of about 4, running straight at the middle of that Philadelphia defense. Byron Evans has been one busy man this season, the leading tackler with 130 for the Eagles. Mike Pitts in for Mike Golick.
And the two best defensive ends in football right there. Very impressive people.
First start this season for Pitts in the linebacking core.
Again, the best group in the league. This defense has not had the year it's had in the past, but it's a lot of talent.
A young secondary.
Two safeties that are new, Miano and Booty. Miano's played a lot, but Booty is moving in. Has played some at corner. Now is moving in. James, Hopkins and Waters are injured, and they hope to get them back for the playoffs. They're concerned about it. I think that's a big factor in this defense coming back to the level that it has been if those two people can come back.
We saw a shot of Bill Hitchcock, speaking of injuries, has been battling a bad right ankle, hobbling off. Theo Adams in his place. Second down. Gelbaugh handing off to Warren, and Warren ahead to the 40. Called a gain of about 2. Byron Evans on the stop. Chris Warren doesn't look to have blazing speed, but John, he kind of reminds us his running style with the guy you had playing for you.
Well, Eric Dickerson is the fellow you're talking about. He's not quite as fast as Eric, but he has that kind of a graceful loping stride, and he's hard to tackle. People bounce off of him, and I think he's one of the better runners. He'll get 1,000 yards this year, and with an offensive line that has not been very good, that's impressive.
Came into the game with 805. 3rd and 4. Ball at the 40. First possession for the Seahawks. Gelbaugh back to pass under pressure and has to get rid of it. A flag on the play. Ball was thrown in the direction of Tracy Johnson.
Well, that was a good job by Gelbaugh. He had the blitz coming, and they didn't pick everybody up, but he got rid of the ball.
And there are actually 2 flags on the field, John. One in the backfield and the other out in the direction where Tracy Johnson.
Joyner was the man that's called.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. It's a defense. 15-yard penalty will be enforced. We also had defensive pass interference, which is declined. Number 56.
We're going to get a look at the roughing. He's got an unblocked man just coming all the way at him. He throws the football. Not a real rough, but it hit him in the face. That's the big issue. Gelbaugh does a good job of getting it off. You know, that's not that big a penalty. Byron Evans didn't do bodily damage to him, but the officials have to call a blow to the face. They can't make a judgment on how hard the blow was, but it was going to be a first down one way or the other. And
I'm sure Seth Joyner feels the same as well. Not that much damage done, if any at all. Net effect, 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. Ball at the 25 of the Eagles. Blades in motion. Gelbaugh back to pass. Has to get rid of it quickly. And it's caught. Brian Blades with a nice haul in. A 4-yard pass play. And John, we expect to see a lot of that quick passing action on the part of Gelbaugh out of necessity.
Yes, he's got to get rid of it fast. Here we get a look at Blades in motion. He's going to go in the flat. Reggie White was playing on the center, and he was right into the guy's face. Booty almost makes the interception, but that ball was thrown quickly and well, and that, as you say, James, is what he has to do to survive and also to be effective.
Out of the I formation, Chris Warren, the tailback. On 2nd down, Warren. Not much doing for Warren. Maybe a yard, and you heard me call the name Tracy Johnson a couple plays back, and that's because John L. Williams went to the sidelines, taken to the locker room. We don't know exactly what the problem is. We will get a report from the field. So in the meantime, Tracy Johnson, 4th-year player out of Clemson, in the lineup for the Seahawks. And preliminary report indicates a finger injury to John L. Williams, and that doesn't sound like that will keep him out.
Well, they're probably taking him in X-ray to see if it's a compound fracture or something like that. That would be dangerous. If it's not, we'll see him again.
3rd and 5. Ball at the 21 of Philadelphia. 10:39 left in the first quarter play. No score. Gelbaugh, 5-step drop. Low and in front of Tommy Kane.
Well, he had to put that out there. You know, it wasn't that bad a pass, James, because the guy was kind of covered. And when you're throwing in the flat, you don't get a lot of room for error there. And he put it out in front. He's at least going to come away with a chance at a field goal. Now, it's been a little iffy field goals for the Seahawks this year. And that's, you know, something Casey has not been very good. But he's in close and he's at home. And he can get the Seahawks off to a great start with a good kick.